Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here, live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right. I'm not in the Sound Garden tonight. I'm home in my man cave, and I'm having a lot of fun. Events going on at Coach's Corner on the Sound Garden stage. So I decided that, hey, stay home tonight, do it from here, and we'll go. Hopefully, we'll be back on the Sound Garden stage next week. So it's May 8th, 2024, a lot going on. We got playoffs going on. We got school coming to an end. We got track state championships. We got baseball game semifinals this week in here in Savannah, Georgia. Just a lot going on. And like I said, every week the show is run by the guests. The guests drive the show, and we got two great guests tonight. We'll start off talking a little Cavalier baseball. That's right, Calvary School going to the Final Four and playing home at Grayson Stadium. How did that happen? We're going to talk about that. We'll have the head coach on himself, former Cavalier, now the head coach, Phillip Lee. That'll be about 7:15, 7:10, 7:15. And at about 7:30, we'll have the yearly guest. I mean, I've had this young man on since 2016 when he was 7 years old, okay? But he's giving back to the community this weekend. He's got the Camps for Champs, the second annual ZaQuan Bryan Camp for Champs at Benedictine this Saturday. Great lineup, great set of instructors that are going to come to help. I don't want to, blow the bubble here, but he's got a good show, which we're going to talk. He's got a good camp going on. We'll talk about it in about 2 or 3 minutes when I go over the local news that I want to talk about tonight. I'm going to concentrate mainly on what's going on in high school sports. So if my guests do make it on at 7:12, I can get right to the guest and we can go from there. So other than that, 7:15, Coach Phillip Lee. 7:30, ZaQuan Bryan, the former Benedictine Military Star, standout football player. Now he's at the University of Minnesota. Coming on, talk about his free camp, or I think it's $5 to register, so it's like being free. His camp this Saturday, May 11th at Benedictine. It's called the Camp for Champs. Okay, so it's a youth football camp. He's giving back, second year in a row. All right, let's go to the high school sports. Let's go. Instead of 3 steps in the door, I'm only going to take 1 step in the door. We're going to talk about high school sports. And the biggest one that's going to happen is this Friday at Grayson Stadium. That's right. Calvary Day School will be hosting a Final Four game against Mary Persons to go to the state championship, okay? Last week, Calvary Day took on Dawson County. They beat them 7-3 and then 11-3 in 2 games. That's the 6th straight game. What do you want me to say? That's right. They're aiming for their first Class A state championship since first state championship, not Class A because they're Class 3A now, since 2007. All right, Calvary has a 25-5 record. They're on a 11-game winning streak. They just completed their 3rd sweep in the playoffs. Pretty impressive. Like I said, head coach Phillip Lee, Cavalier himself, they snagged 2 wins against Dawson County, 7-3 and 11-3. The series before, the second game, they went like 12 innings to win that series. So pretty impressive. So let's talk about some other numbers, okay? Since April 6th, they've won 21 of their last 23 games, okay? And now after a coin flip by the Georgia High School Association, of course, Mary Persons is the number 1 seed. Calvary is the number 1 seed, okay? They get to stay home and play at historic Grayson Stadium, which is their home field. So Mary Persons comes in with a record of 23-12. They swept Wesleyan. First game was close, 3-2. They blew out the Wolves, I guess, in the second game. So they'll be coming down here to Savannah to take on Calvary on Friday. You know, Coach Lee, graduate, leading the charge both and on and off the field. He's also now not the director of, director of enrollment. Now he's the athletic director. So it's more in his field, I would say. But no, he did a great job there too. So once again, can't wait to talk to Coach Lee in about 6 minutes. All right, so football, like I said, the ZaQuan Bryan second annual Kids for State Champs Camp. Okay, that's a lot tongue-tied. Okay, it's the brotherhood. Okay, a lot of BC alumni coming and helping him out with this camp. So, you don't believe in a brotherhood? We'll talk to ZaQuan about it because he's got a lot of big guys coming in. Listen to this roll call, okay? Listen to this roll call. Luke Cromenhall, who just was at the Greatest Savannah Athletic Hall of Fame Award banquet the other night because he was voted the top athlete for last year, the Lawson Calhoun Award. John Kenny III, unbelievable running back at Georgia Southern and West Georgia. Bryce Baker, who's at Georgia Southern now. Holden Gurner, who's quarterback at University of Auburn. Chris Harris, who's a linebacker at Southern Illinois. Cole Simeon, he's a lineman at Stetson University. Bobby Baker, defensive back at Carthage College, just to name a few. And, of course, the present cadets will be helping him with that camp. So check it out. It's this Saturday. Go to the prepsportsreport.com. I just put it on my website. Tells you what grades. I think at the first session is 3rd grade to 7th grade. I think that goes from 10 to 12. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 10 to 12. And the second session is from 8th grade to 12th grade. That'll be from 1 to 3, okay? Golf. Savannah Christian Preparatory School junior Ava Cotis secures a victory at the prestigious Peggy Kurt Bell girls golf tournament event last weekend. Despite the weather, she pulled off, finished first. The Lady Raiders are going to defend their state championship this week at the state golf tournament. Her and Mary Miller. Great team, okay? So let's go over to golf, okay? Heading into golf in the Class 3A all-region team that was announced, Savannah Coach Day swept everything. Offensive Player of the Year in the boys, Wesley Hooker. Defensive Player for the boys, Madden Gerlach, Savannah Coach Day. Coach of the Year, Michael Hinker from Savannah Coach Day. On the girls' side, Offensive Player of the Year, Sophia Okumu. I'll get it right sooner or later. Defensive Player, Emma Bromley. And the Coach of the Year, David Hooker. Okay, now you go to the Class 4A Region 3. Islands and BC dominated the boys, okay? Offensive Player of the Year was Ryan Winters from Islands. Defensive Player of the Year was Andrew Kuoth from Benedictine. Goalie of the Year was Ben Weisel from Benedictine. Coach of the Year was Cody Trey from Wayne County. The Player of the Year from Islands High School was Evan Narvez. On the girls' side, MVP, Olivia Genter, Islands High School. Offensive Player of the Year, Holly Catchmar, Islands High School. Ava King out of Southeast Bullock was the Defensive Player of the Year. Goalie of the Year was Cindy Polite. And the Coach of the Year was David Miller. Pretty impressive, okay? 1 minute to get through this, okay? In golf, got to send out a big congratulations. 3 years in a row, the Havisham girls golf team won the state title. They also won individual awards. Anna Cadle won the Division I girls singles title. 2 doubles teams finished number 1. The tandem of sophomore Georgia Reed and freshman Betsy Kelly on the girls' side. On the boys' side, the defending champs, back-to-back titles, okay, goes to Hamilton Colley and Ike Berry. As far as the team goes, okay, unbelievable. The girls' team finished, won the state championship. Lucy Kelly, AJ Cato, Faith Deavy, their seniors, unbelievable run for the Lady Patriots. Okay, bass fishing, Richmond Hills team of, let me get this right, I know their last names, Branton Champion and Jason Beringer finished in the top 10. They finished 9th. Anything else? Basketball over Memorial Day School. They announced honors for Alex Halner and Zolt Boris. These 2 young men, foreign exchange students, were selected to play on the under-20 Slovakian, national team. Track and field goes this weekend. We got a bunch of kids running in that, so it's going to be a lot of fun to watch out who wins gold medals this weekend. Jamari McIvory going for back-to-back in the 200 and 400. We got so many kids going to that. The list was 3 pages long, so not enough time for me to read it. But once again, coming up next, we're going to talk a little baseball because baseball at Calvary Day School has been very, very good to this young man. We're going to be talking to the head coach, Phillip Lee, going into the state Final Four, the semifinals, this Friday against Mary Persons. Stay tuned. I'll be back in 3.5 minutes. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We're going to play ball with the Cavaliers. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and, of course, delicious food. From famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas, Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Phillip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering.
Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Weatherington at the Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And it's play ball here on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Once again, thank you for joining me, whether it's for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it may be. That's what I'm here. I don't care about clicks. I don't care about views. I care about getting the news out about our local athletes and our local sports. And what better way than to talk about baseball? That's right. We got one team left. They're in the state semifinals, the Class 3A, Georgia High School State Association Class 3 semifinals. They're in Savannah Friday and Saturday. There was a coin flip when two teams of the same seed, meet. There's a coin flip, and we just so happen to be Calvary is we. Just so happen to be on the bottom of the bracket, so they'll host this Friday. Without further ado, joining me on the coach's hot seat, which when the game starts, he's always on the hot seat. Good friend of mine, Cavalier himself. And I think he probably has state bling because he was a youngster when they won those championships down there with Kevin Farmer. Joining me now is Coach Phillip Lee. What's up, Coach? How's it going?
Hey, good, Coach DeMasi. How you doing?
Hey, it's a Wednesday night. I can't believe I got you to come on 2 days before the state semifinal game. But congratulations. I mean, Phillip, just 25-5 on the season. You've won all 6 of your postseason games. Ryan Wallace, the kid that transferred in, moved into Savannah, is 10-0. Will Hampton is like why Will Hampton is going to Vanderbilt. I mean, you got Sam Renshaw, you got Caden Arnold. What's the younger guy? Mac Arnold. You got Quinn John. I mean, there's so many kids that are doing so much for you guys. You got to be proud, and congratulations getting this far.
Well, I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's been a blessing for sure. And you're right, man. It's a total team effort. We've got 18 guys on the playoff roster for us right now, and every one of them played crucial roles in this run. So we've been very blessed with the crew we have this year, and they've all bought in, and we're kind of seeing the fruits of our labor right now.
All right, let's go to you. Let's go back to your youth when you were at Calvary Day School. Okay, tell us about it. I mean, did you get the chance to go to the playoffs? Did you win a state championship over there? What was your career like over there?
Yeah, so I played under Coach Farmer the last 2 years of my high school career. We made the playoffs, I believe, all 4 years. Senior year, got put out in the second round by the state champ, Clinch County, which they put us out in both football and baseball that year. They were loaded, but no, I never had an opportunity of playing for a state championship. So those years happened when I was in college. So I guess I just had to leave for them to make their runs, and then but no, so just excited, like I said, to be able to kind of follow in some of those footsteps of those coaches prior to, and hopefully our guys will have that opportunity as well.
Now, let's go back. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last time Calvary made the semifinals was back in 2011?
16 in 2016.
2016, okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we made it to the semifinals in 2016 with that group. So, yes, sir.
Pretty good. Okay. I guess I'm going back to Dom's day, 2010 and 2011, when they made it to the semifinals. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They had some runs there, too.
Yeah. I mean, Cavalier baseball has always been consistent. It's been one of the best programs here in the city. It's well known in the state, whether you were in Class A, Class 3. It's just something that's been a tradition there at Calvary Day School. And I can't believe the last championship was 2007. So, I'm reminded every time I walk into Brandon Collins' wall, he's got the big newspaper clipping on his wall there. So, but anyway, all right, so let's get to what's going on here. So, as the coach, what has been the key to your team's success so far in the postseason? I mean, 3 straight wins. I know you had a 12-inning one, and someone posted your daughter sleeping in the bleachers somewhere there in Grayson Stadium. But what's been the success in going 6 straight in the playoffs so far?
Yeah, I think it's just, yes, in the playoffs, but throughout the entire season, it's been a great team effort across the board. That's something I mentioned. We have 18 guys on our roster right now. Just the depth that we have, and just the quality of players that we have this year too is pretty special. We can go to a lot of different guys in a lot of different situations, and so when you have that type of depth and that type of really just trust in your guys, it makes it a whole lot easier to go to the right person at the right moment. That, and just couple that with consistency and them just being a unified group, man, it's been special. It's been a lot of fun to see.
I saw a little kid dye his hair blonde there. How did that happen? Your son. Okay, so tell everybody that the whole team did it. Your son did it.
Yeah. So they listen. Of course, I guess that's the new thing. I'm not into this new stuff sometimes, but playoff bleach is, I guess, the new trend. So the guys, they talked about doing it. I said, listen, man, the coach in me 5 years ago has said, absolutely not. That's a terrible idea. But now I've kind of, I feel like I've become more of a player's coach as the years have gone on. So now they're having a good time with, like I said, it's a unified bunch. And so something that they want to do together collectively, man, I'm all in with it. And, same thing with my son. I mean, he feels like he's part of it. He's been to practices throughout the year. I mean, so he's part of this journey with us. And so when he approached me about it, I'm like, bud, man, you know what? Let's just have a good time and let's just go with it. So these are memories that the guys will remember and it'll last a lifetime. And I know my son will as well. So
Natalie's not going blonde, is she?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So, now you're facing Mary Persons in the semifinals. I think they're 24-12. What aspects of their game are you preparing for? What are you specifically getting ready for? I mean, tell us about Mary Persons. And I know they got to be a good team to get this far. Absolutely, yes, sir. Yeah, everybody that we've spoken with and kind of done our research on them with. I mean, they've
they're a very quality ball club. Like you said, I mean, you don't make it this far and slip up, and so they're a very quality club. I think in a lot of ways similar to us. And so I think that, from what I've heard, that they run the bases well, they swing it well, they play good defense. Their pitching's very, quality pitching as well. So I mean, just every phase of the game, I think they do at a pretty high level. And so, we're excited to have the opportunity of competing against them. You always want to play against the best, and from what I hear, they are one of them. So we'll see.
Now, you've gone back-to-back doubleheaders on the same day, okay? And that's pretty tough in the world of high school baseball. And didn't have to go to any if games. So how do you manage the players' energy to keep it at that high level every day, every time you play in a doubleheader? Because as a coach, that's pretty tough to do.
It is. Yeah. And I think a lot of it, is, I've got unbelievable assistant coaches, I mean, every single one of those guys play a crucial role in this thing. And so with that, it's just about a process, and so our guys have gone about a process from a coaching staff, and our players have bought into that process, and got a great group of seniors. We have 5 seniors this year, all have been with us for a little while now. And so they've done just an unbelievable job of really just kind of, just being an extension of us and just keeping this thing going. So it's, like I said, it's exciting to be a part of this group this year.
And of course, great segue. You mentioned your pitching. I mean, Ryan Wallace, Quinn Johnson, Lowry. I mean, you got a whole bunch of these guys that can throw. What do you attribute their success to, and how do you plan to utilize this in this series?
Yes, our pitching coach, Jacob Gross, has done an unbelievable job with our staff this year. I mean, we've got probably 7 or 8 arms, that have been, very consistent for us all year long, guys that we feel we can go to in any situation once again, and so each one of them kind of have their roles from starters to relievers to closers in different situations. But Coach Gross has just done a great job of just having them prepare mentally for the task at hand, but also just having their arms and their bodies prepared physically for what we're have been facing and hopefully will face again.
So I know, you guys are on a tear. I think since April 6th, you're like 22-24, or 23-20, whatever it is. You've won a lot of games in a row, over 20 games or somewhere in there, like 21-23. Okay, so 21-2 since April 6th, or whatever the record is. It's been phenomenal. Have you guys had to deal with any adversity? I mean, how do you keep your players focused? What kind of adversity have you guys faced? And how do you compare? How does it get you ready for this high playoff game? Because you know what? There's nothing more pressure than playing in the semifinals to get to that dream that everybody wants to get to.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's kind of been a key to our success as well, is that our guys have faced a lot of adversity throughout this year. I tell you, we're very blessed as a program. There's no doubt about it. But, we have to travel 30 minutes to practice, over 2 sets of train tracks that sometimes you may get stuck at, you know what I mean? And so, that's that's a little piece of adversity in itself right there, not having a field on campus. So we'll go there. We played 5 home games in the regular season this year. We were very fortunate to be able to have those 5 games, which we greatly appreciate the Savannah Bananas and the City of Savannah allowing us to do that. But with our home field being Grayson Stadium, there's a lot going on there throughout the year. And so they were, very gracious to be able to let us fit in some games here and there. So we were able to play 5 region home games there, but the rest of our stuff has been on the road this year. I mean, so you can imagine we played 20 plus games, and that's not even including our JV games. So probably close to 40 games throughout the season on the road. And so our guys, have kind of bought into that road warrior mentality with that, which is you got a special group like this. They absolutely do. And then throughout that, man, we've had couple of 12-inning games. We've had rain delays that we've had to sit out for. So I feel like this year we've been faced with a lot of adversity, and we just got a tough group of kids, man, tough-minded kids that just they just continue just to go about the process as if things were going smooth as sailing, So
I mean, it's got your senior year. What other teams could say they play in such a historic stadium? And now, of course, the Savannah Bananas have made it even more prolific. But how are the seniors taking this? That they didn't play many home games?
Oh, listen, they just love every time we're able to be out there. They just love the opportunity. Like I said, this is a special group that's got the right mentality for something like this, And so I think, honestly, I feel like over the years we've played so many games with that being our home field for a while. You just kind of took it for granted. I know I did personally, and so, but when you see your opponent come in and they're taking pictures and they're walking the field like it's just some, they're awestruck of it, for a lot of them. And so I think that's something that we've kind of taken for granted over the years, but really that allure is starting to come back this year with us having, just not as many games there. So, every time you're there, it's a special moment. So.
Well, I could tell you from having coached there twice, there's nothing like it when you walk in that. I know they didn't let us use the dugouts, which hopefully the locker rooms, hopefully they did let you guys do it. Just something about it, when you think about who roamed that field, it's just something special. And, of course, when we played, there was hardly anybody there. So the echoes and everything else, it's just a great experience. So if you're tuning in, I'm talking to the head baseball coach over at Calvary Day School, Phillip Lee, alumnus. He's got his program to the state semifinals this Friday at Grayson Stadium. So reaction, when you heard the coin flip, that it was the bottom of the bracket, how did you react and how did those boys react?
Yeah, we were excited. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, with us being on the road so much this year, it's been nice to be able to play, all of our playoff series at home so far. One of our assistant coaches, Jonathan Phillips, is actually the one that was tuning in and filled me in as soon as it came out. And so to me, I just feel like, as soon as we told the guys, it was like, man, it's just one more incentive for us to try to get to the next round, So they were excited with that, with that news and the opportunity of being able to play at home once again. So, yeah, it's cool.
Okay. So I don't want to leave the seniors out. Okay. You got Caden Arnold. You got Will Hampton. Let me go down my list here. You got Brian Lowry. You got Samuel Phillips, Alex Swindell.
Yes, sir.
Did I miss any of them? There's five of them, right?
There's five of them. Yes, sir. All five. Yep.
Now, this group you've watched grow, and of course, it's been exceptional. What does it mean to you watch this group as it is? Of course, we know Will Hampton, Vanderbilt, unbelievable role in the playoffs as far as coming in out of relief, which you didn't use much during the year as a pitcher, but one of the hottest bats in the state. So tell us what this group of seniors meant to you in that program.
Yeah, like I said, all of them have been here with us for years, some of them since the middle school years, some have joined us, in high school. But man, it's just, like I said, it's a special group, they're a unified bunch. They're great leaders on and off the field. They're guys that are just, they're guys that just buy into the program and what we want to be about, and so to me, that's, when you've got your players leading the charge, that's when you have a special group across the board. And so these seniors they've taken lead this year, and really the rest of the group's gonna just fell in behind them, but they're a special group, not just for what they do on the baseball field, but what they mean to me personally, what they mean to my family, to us as coaches, and just to the school in general. They're guys that represent Calvary Day School extremely well.
I haven't seen a player, I'm being serious, in a long time, and I'm not just singling him out, but Will Hampton's bat this year has been unbelievable. He's got to be one of the toughest outs that anybody's got to face. I'm surprised they don't intentionally walk him all the time. I mean, talk about his impressive record. And then he hits his second home run at Grayson Stadium. Now, that's got to be a memory any kid's going to love, hitting home runs at Grayson Stadium.
Yeah, he's had a great year once again. When he joined us in middle school, we knew he was going to be a special player. And I'll never forget, man, when the coaches from Vandy called me asking about him. I'm like, man, you're on the right guy. Everything that Vanderbilt is about, from what we hear from the outside. That's exactly who he is and what he's about. He's a great student in the classroom. He's a very respectful young man, super hardworking, and of course a great player to add to that. But he's had a great year for us. Honestly, it's one of those things that, he's been doing unbelievable stuff since his freshman year, and you kind of just grow to expect it a little bit now, which is kind of crazy to hear, when somebody's hitting 500 and having a couple home runs at Grayson Stadium and closing out games and just doing what he does. It's just, it's pretty unbelievable. But I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where yeah, he's been doing that for 4 years now. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he was on the mound in the third round of the playoffs for us, as a freshman, and so it's, we've seen that for 4 years. So we're definitely going to miss him. That's for sure.
Yeah. And the spark plug at shortstop, I mean, I didn't think he was going to wind up going to play college football. I thought he'd be a college baseball player. Caden Arnold, he's just been one of the best athletes pound for pound that you don't often see. I mean, I could compare him, and you can relate to this, as John Mesh over a Country Day. I mean, they're just unbelievable, whatever sport they get involved in. And, Caden Arnold's been a plug for you for the last 4 years. So, all right, we got some people checking in. Okay, Amy Patrick. You know Amy Patrick?
Oh, yeah, Amos Patrick, how are you? Appreciate
there
you being
go.
on.
Go Cavs. James Mobley III. I mean, appreciate you, Coach. Road Warriors mentality.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
And here's a good buddy of you. I call him the senior elder statesman of high school baseball. Seth Gaspin checking in.
What's up,
Congrats.
Coach?
Keep it rolling, Coach Lee.
Appreciate it.
People checking in now. Okay, the last question now. Putting your coach's hat back on.
Right.
So, how are you keeping this team focused on task at hand while these kids are recognizing the significance of the opportunity maybe to play for a state championship? How do you keep them level-headed? How do you keep them focused for Friday, and hopefully just Friday?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're just going about it like we have these last few rounds. That's what we talked about, from the very get-go. Is, man, we're just going to continue the process. I was talking to somebody the other day. We've been, I feel like, very strategic in how we've gone about our runs with this thing, and so. Like I said, at this point, rest is just as important as reps, and so my job and our job as a coaching staff is to make sure that, we're clicking on all cylinders, and so we want to make sure, first and foremost, physically, they're well rested, their legs underneath them, they're prepared to go compete at the highest level, but also same thing from a mental standpoint. So, we're having classroom sessions. We'll continue those every day. We've got a mental performance coach that's been with us every, this entire year. She meets with us once a week, Miss Lorna Brown, who's done an amazing job with our guys. And so, it's just the process that we've done since week 1 of the season, and so, continuing to just kind of go about it from that standpoint, getting our lifts in still, Coach Smith, our strength and conditioning coordinator at Calvary, still staying on the guys, with that. So, yeah, something that I feel like if we can keep the consistency going, then it just keeps them level-headed with it all as well. So.
Well, Phillip, it's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun watching you every year, but it's been a lot of fun on this run with this team. Hopefully you can continue it, and you got to love it. You're making that drive to Rome, Georgia, to play in is it still a Braves affiliate?
I believe so. Yeah, I'll be honest, Coach, I haven't done a whole heck of a lot of research. I don't want to jinx ourselves, so we're just going to continue to go about this semifinal round, and we'll worry about that when the next one comes.
Road warrior mentality, as Mr. Mobley said. So keep it up. Great job. I look to seeing you on Friday. I'll be in the stands because they don't let you on the sidelines for these big games. So, but keep it going. Proud of you, buddy, and great job.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you very much for all you do for just high school athletics in general, but appreciate you for what you mean to Calvary.
Hey, I got to say it. I had purple and gold in my family. Go
That
Cavaliers.
No doubt.
I'm gonna wear my Final Four shirt from 2011 for you.
I love it. That'll be great. Good memories.
Yeah, Coach. Good luck. Hey, you could bleach this blonde too.
No. I probably need to. It's getting a little gray in there, so I might need to.
Talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
Just a great guy. I mean, great coach, great person. I don't know if he's going to be around there when I have my grandson. He would be a coach that I want my grandson to play for. So, maybe Dom can make his way back over here to Savannah somehow, but some way. But just does a great job with kids. Calm, collective. He's feisty when the game starts. He's the third base coach. He's animated, but you know what? The kids know that he cares about them, and it's all about the kids and the school. And, of course, the baseball will take care of itself. So this Friday, 4 o'clock doubleheader against Mary Persons in the Georgia High School State Association Class 3 semifinal ball game. The Cavaliers host Mary Persons. Get out there. The second game will start 30 minutes after the first one concludes. So go Cavaliers. Next up, I got to try and find my guest. ZaQuan, where are you? Next up, ZaQuan Bryan talking about his camp that's happening this Saturday at they play their football games at Memorial Stadium at Benedictine School. So I'm excited about it. Let me find this young man. Stay tuned and see how you can get to this football camp. I'll be right back. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere, so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game
At
day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Phillip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style, we are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering.
Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Weatherington at the Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right, I'm not at the Sound Garden tonight due to previous engagements of course, the Sound Garden holds big events all week long, all night long, all weekend long. So got a chance to stay in my man cave. And you know what? It's a little cooler in here than being out there in that hot weather. But, you know, there's nothing like the ambience of Coach's Corner, Sound Garden stage doing a show. But, you know, sometimes you just got to hang in there and do what you got to do. And I don't mind being right here at home and doing it tonight. So I'll get back there. I'll get back there next week. So what am I talking about? I've been interviewing this kid since 2016. That's right. He came on as a youth football all-star, knowing we knew he was going to be something special. Of course, having his great career at Benedictine. Now he spent his freshman year up there in Minnesota, Going to find out how he liked that cold weather. But he was redshirted this year, but he did play in 2 games. He made his debut against Wisconsin, the Badgers, okay? He recorded a tackle, made a tackle, broke up a pass, big highlight film on the internet. But what's really special is he went into the spring season and he made some noise because posted on 247 Gophers.com, whatever they call it, his cornerback coach, Nick Monroe, had this to say. It was great to get ZaQuan, they call him Z. It was great to get Z some reps in the Wisconsin game, and then we got him in some sub packages in the bowl game. Z has had a fabulous spring. He's talented, and he's another multi-positional player from high school. Z is really starting to come into his own. It's really been fun to watch him grow and mature right now. He's got a chance to be really, really good player. And even going into the stadium the other day, the spotlight wasn't too big for him. He was just able to go out there and compete, battle with everybody, and he's really, really starting to come to his own. So maybe we might see this young man in the starting lineup come this fall season. But he's got something special going on this weekend, and it's his second annual football camp over at Benedictine Military School. He's got a lineup that is unbelievable of his former brothers over there at Benedictine. So without further ado, joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat is the man himself. I call him ZaQuan, you call him Quan, they call him Z in Minnesota, but I bet you his father won't call him late for dinner. Joining me now, ZaQuan Bryan. What's up, ZaQuan?
What's up, Coach?
Look at this. You got some facial hair. I remember, and you're going to laugh, I watched that video this afternoon when I interviewed you when you were a little kid. So pretty special. But once again, congratulations on doing what you're doing. And are you enjoying Minnesota in that cold weather?
Yes, sir. The cold hasn't affected me as much as I thought it would. But just going out there every day, being with the guys, practice, it's just I'm building a really special bond with a lot of the players that are in my class, but also some of the guys that are older than me, and that's something special. And just to have that, that connection for years after football, it's special. So I'm glad I picked Minnesota.
It's good. It's going to pay off. And Jalen Myrick was a big player up there too, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
They still remember him around town. They ask you about how he's doing.
Not as much, but he's coaching up there now with us. He's our new nickel assistant.
Nice.
So Nichols, he's with us every day at practice. So I see him every day at practice. Knowing that somebody from Savannah, Georgia, somebody from Savannah Christian went up there and played football at the same university I'm playing at. Basically, was in the same situation I am. Just having him on my shoulder and giving him giving me all the good advice is something that I never take for granted.
Hey, it's nice having someone that knows about Savannah and knows what you're doing up there, and that's nice. I didn't know that he was up there coaching. Tell him I said congratulations. That's great. That's great news.
I will.
All right. So big weekend for the Quan. Okay, you're holding your camp, your second annual camp at Benedictine Military School. Take us back to last year or before last year. What inspired you to start this event, and what do you hope the kids that show up take away from it?
The main thing that made me want to do another event is basically all the kids that showed up and came to the camp and wanted to show their ability to me and my teammates, also some of the BC coaches out there. Even though they were at a young age and they still have years on, still have years on them. But this year we're doing not just younger kids, we're also doing the older kids, and just to really get them a chance to show their potential to some of the BC coaches that will be out there, or some of the players that attend BC that they can get the coaches to start looking at those players that's in 8th grade coming up. And I just want to help those kids get in the best situation possible. Me attending BC, that was something I never took for granted, and I'm very grateful that I did. And I'm not saying that I want kids to follow in my footsteps. I want those kids to live their own dreams. But BC is the way to go, and I want them to follow my footsteps and go into BC.
Well, that's a great attitude, and you're giving back to the community, to BC. But you're doing this alongside, as you guys call it, your brothers, the BC Brotherhood. You got Cromanhawk, you got Kennedy. Who else do I have here? You have Harris, you have Garner, you have Baker, you have Simeon. I mean, just these guys coming back. What does that mean to you in this camp? You guys contributing to the atmosphere of what BC Brotherhood's all about. How do the campers feel that?
It shows that, we still have a connection with each other. You can see that, me, Luke, Bryce, all of us are way younger than Wesley and Travis and Chris, Bobby. You can see that we were like way younger than those guys. But them coming back and helping with those kids show that, BC has a very tight brotherhood. You don't have to be in the same class. Or you didn't have to go to school together at that time. That just shows that, the brotherhood bond is way bigger than attending the school at the same time, or, years we all like seeing each other. So that's something that's, that's going to show. Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll get into the camp in a couple of minutes. Reflecting on your freshman year up there in Minnesota, what were some of the most memorable moments for you practice-wise, or when you did finally get in the game against Wisconsin?
I had a lot of good memories up there. Just my first time really being up there, getting to meet my roommates, that was a very good experience, because right from the jump, I know that, we had a bond together, and next thing you know, I hang out with those guys almost every day. I'm with them every day, doing something football-wise. If it's not football-wise, and we're just, just out having fun, living life. And, that's something that I would never take back in my life. I had a lot of great memories at football practice. Just thinking back on it now, I know it's still like happened a couple of weeks ago. But it already feels like it's flying by fast, and that's something I'm not gonna take for granted. I'm gonna do, and every day I'm just gonna go out and create memories as much as I can.
And they want you to come back there soon, right?
Yes, sir.
When do you have to report back?
May 18th.
Wow, you don't get a break at all. Well, you're going to enjoy the cooler weather up there for the summer, and not being as hot as it is down here already. I can't believe we're talking 90 degrees tomorrow. So, yeah. But all right. So I read the excerpt that I saw on 247gopher.com. Coach Monroe praised your performance during spring practice, noting your talent, your versatility. How do you feel you've grown and developed as a player since you left good old BC?
I know that I've grown a lot, like mentally. I know that I can take on a lot, like a mental challenge now. The mental side of, the game for me is, starting to expand more, and I'm starting to know more of college football. And that's something that I didn't really know much at BC. I was just, out there playing and just having fun. But now getting up to college, it's a job. But also I know the mental side of things. I am really starting to lock in more on the mental side. And also leadership. My leadership role definitely has gained. I definitely have gained more skills in that leadership role. Even though I'm not the oldest DB there or the one that played the most, but I'm someone that little kids look up to, but also some people on the team might look up to, and that's something that I have to take control of and show that I can be that leader and be the one that they can count on every single day.
Nice. And if you just tuned in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the internet, on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm talking to rising sophomore at redshirt sophomore, right, at Minnesota, the University of Minnesota, and of course BC great ZaQuan Bryan. And like you said, you were Mr. Versatile at BC. Wherever they needed you to play, wherever they needed a big play, they put you. How are you adapting just to being a DB now?
At first, it was very hard. I was definitely trying to play both sides of the ball. If I couldn't play something like special teams, like a punt returner or a kick returner, just trying to stay on the field as much as I can. But just learning that I'm only playing one side of the ball. That means I got to put all my energy and effort into that one side of the ball, and I got to do everything in my power to make sure that everything goes right, and just have fun. It's it's hard for
It's
me.
different.
Yeah, it's very different. But other than that, I just go out there and have fun.
So now you're just being on the defensive side of the ball, and you going back to your high school years where they had you on offense, special teams. How is those lessons way back when, not even way back then, about a year and a half ago with Coach Britt and the coach staff, help you make you a better defensive player? I mean, do they relate? Can you see what was going on in high school now that you're doing it in college? I mean, how has that helped you become a better defensive back?
It definitely helped me a lot, especially at DB. You're going up against wide receiver. Also, I play wide receiver in high school. The game really like slows down the more that you really understand the receiver. And if you're someone that played receiver and DB in high school, and then you get to college and you only play one side, you kind of already have an advantage versus someone that only played one side in high school, because most of the things that can happen. Is easier for you to read defenses or to read what kind of concept the offense might run, and that was something that played a really very like top role whenever it comes to me just playing DB and really understanding receiver.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's go back to what's happening this weekend. Now, you tell me the name of it because I keep on messing it up. I call it the Camp for Champs. I mean, what's the exact name?
Camp with the Champs.
Camp with the Champs. Okay, I was close. So now it's the second annual. So if people want to come, they want to bring their young kids over there to watch, what do they need to do and how do they get involved? Because from what I understand, I call him Anthony. Everybody else calls him Dooley. All right. Coach Bryan told me there's some spots open. It's getting pretty tight to get into this camp for this weekend?
I don't know much about it. My dad, he has control of all of that. So you have to talk to him. But I think we have the spots kind of closing. So what you can do is you can either get in contact with my dad. I believe his information is on the card. If it's not, his information should be on the card. But you can get in touch with him. You can pay the money through him online, or you can do like a walk up to where you can bring the money with you whenever the camp starts for your age group, and pay the entry fee there, and you're able to get into the camp.
Okay, let's go back to last year's camp. I got two questions left for you. Let's go back to last year's camp. What do you tell these young campers? I mean, you go from, let me get my notes here. You go from 3rd to 7th grade, and then you're going from 8th to 12th grade. What kind of advice do you give these young campers, whether it be about school, about academics? I know you've been going around to local schools talking to the kids too. What advice are you going to give these young kids?
The main thing, that I always went by is God first. Back when I was playing at St. James, we always, we had this four saying. It was God, family, school, football. You have to thank God first. You have to thank your family first. But school always come before football. You have to make sure you're doing good in the school when you're in school, because that'll really reflect on, whenever you're playing. You can basically, based off your body language, you can see how someone is, what they're doing, and the way they're doing things is how they, probably doing in school or something like that is aggravating them, or on their bad side. But yeah, school is always first, and then with football, just have fun, be yourself. Just go out and play the game, have fun, make friends, make memories as much as you can, because football isn't an everyday thing, and years down the road you won't be able to still play football. So make as many memories as you can right now, playing the sport that you love, and always follow your passion. Some kids might come to the camp and they're doing it's a football camp, so they're doing football things, but football, might not be their primary sport. Mm-hmm. So, follow your dream, and whatever you do it 100%.
All right. So you got two age groups, 3rd grade to 7th grade, 8th grade to 12th. Which one's more fun for you to coach and teach new stuff to?
Definitely the 3rd to 7th graders. They would come out there happy, just be out there just to play the game of football. they're gonna be, you know, just out there laughing, making jokes. Just they're gonna be the main ones making memories. But I feel like, you know, the older kids, they're really coming there to lock in and to show what they have, like to show their potential.
All right. So if you want to get to this camp, okay, it's Saturday, May 11th, okay, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the 3rd to 7th graders. Show up 30 minutes before. You can pay there. Or if you go to Cash App, you go to money sign ZB4 Sports. You can pay through Cash App. And then at 12:30, opens up again for the older kids to come in, which will start from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. For the 8th graders. Well, you know what, ZaQuan, I give you a lot of credit. Back-to-back years, giving back to these kids and having your former teammates, champions, state champion players come back is pretty special. There's going to be a lot of talent out there, and go out there and have fun. And you know what? The little kids always will do something, something crazy, and that's why it's a lot of fun. The older kids are going to be more serious. Just like when I was watching that interview I did with you and Luke and Nasir, it was just unbelievable. So keep it up. I'm glad I could help. It's up there on the Prep Sports Report. Let me know if you need anything else. And someday when you come down to the South and Minnesota ever travels down here to play a game, I'll show up. I don't know if I'm ever going to get up to that neck of the woods.
Yes, sir.
So keep it up. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good job. Go Gophers. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
I mean, just a young man that wants to give back, doing a great job. Second annual. All right, let me get this right. I'm going to mess it up. Okay. The second annual Camp for Champs. Okay, so check it out. ZaQuan Bryan. Last year, before he even went into college, he ran this camp. So it's just something special. Check it out. It's free. Like I said, go to the prepsportsreport.com. You can check out it all. You go to ZaQuan's social media all over the place. You can check it out, but get involved in it. All right. Well, it's been a lot of fun. I stayed home in my man cave. I do miss the Sound Garden. I miss the energy, people out there in the Sound Garden listening and watching. But hopefully I'll be back there next week. But it's been a lot of fun. Remember, Friday, Final Four here in Savannah, Georgia, at historic Grayson Stadium. Of course, we know it's home of the Savannah Bananas. Okay, they'll be back playing Memorial Day weekend, but it's also the home of the Calvary Day School Cavaliers. They'll be hosting Mary Persons. First game, 4 o'clock. Second game, 30 minutes after the first game is over. And if there's an if game, it'll be played Saturday. And I had the time. I don't know where it is. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the time for you. Let's see. I got it right here. Bear with me, people. I guess because I'm not thinking, if game. All right, I can't find it. There's an if game. It'll be up on the Prep Sports Report website, Facebook page, Twitter. I'll make sure I post it there. The Karl DeMasi Sports Report, which you're watching right now. But it's been a lot of fun, a lot of exciting things. And one last thing, we got golf. We got track and field. We still got those state playoffs going on too. And we got a bunch of athletes in the track state playoffs. So hopefully there'll be a handful or maybe even more. I mean, hopefully 2 handfuls of our track athletes bringing home gold medals and our golf teams winning a state championship. Remember, Savannah Christian girls team is the defending state champion. So pretty special right there. All right. Say a prayer for this crazy world. I say it every year at the end of every show. Pray that, things are going to go right. Things are going to get better. And we need to pray. We need to, just unbelievable. So on that note, that's where I'm going to leave it. Like I say every weekend or every week now, not weekend, no more Saturdays, Wednesday nights, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow. Okay. Always hit it at the ballpark. And until I see you or speak with you, or hopefully you see me and I talk to you, okay, may it be your best week ever. God bless. Peace out. Be safe. Go Cavaliers. And go track athletes, go golf athletes. But big win this weekend at Grayson Stadium. I'm out of here.